Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. I will take you for a walk, so take a few minutes, put your shoes on and let's go. We are at the sunset time, look at that. And we have an important topic to talk about. I've noticed many people are dealing with that right now. And the name of this video is that not everyone will make through this. So what I mean by that? Well, you've probably noticed that some people in your life decided to move on and move through this transformative phase in the way that they've started transforming their lives as well. Like, for example, when you've noticed that the world started shifting, it didn't start like nothing started shifting just out of nothing. Like at the first place, we've started to feel like something is off. Like how often you feel like the whole thing around us is off. Like we would say that something went out of balance a long time ago, right? And we've noticed that and we've started to feel like we need to change something. Well, nobody will save me, so what if I would adapt my lifestyle to my philosophy of how I feel that things should be, right? And if you've started doing that, you've noticed that you need to make some changes in your daily habits, you need to make some changes in your mindset, you need to learn to forgive, you need to let go of the things you can't control, right? You've noticed that maybe your diet is not completely in alignment with cycles of nature, with laws of nature. So we've started changing a few things there. But as you've started doing that, you've noticed that people around you started looking at you differently. You've noticed that people around you are thinking like, what's going on with you? Like, what are you doing? Are you going crazy? Are you out of your mind? Why you've started shifting your life? Like it's not good for you, you're wasting your time and things like that. So you've noticed that as you've started making positive changes, people around you were shocked. Like, what are you doing? Like, like changing our lives would be something negative. But then eventually also some of those people started doing some similar work, right? I've seen that in my life. Like in the last 3 years, I've seen many people, they've started transforming their lives. Some people quitted their jobs and started working on their passion projects. Some people even transformed their dreams into their jobs and they started living their dream life. Some people started healing their family relationships that were deeply traumatized and wounded from generations and generations. But the biggest problem for many of those people is that they've noticed that not all of their friends and family members decided to transform their lives. And that is something painful for many of us because we may lose some friends. We may distance ourselves from some family members because they're living a completely different philosophy maybe that was presented to them through media and through different sources of information that is completely out of harmony with our source of knowledge. And sometimes the source of knowledge is not external but internal, right? Because we are becoming more intuitive and more in tune with our inner knowing. Like you may go to some places and you just sense what's right, or you may talk with somebody and you don't need to exchange words to feel if that person has similar intentions maybe, and things like that. So some people will just not make it through this transformation, and it means that some people decided to put their responsibilities into the hands of others. And that is not a brave move, and it's not a move that can put us deeper into a sense of fulfillment. So most of those people are so deeply unsatisfied with life that they started to believe that life just is that way. And those are the people that will see you as you're going crazy, maybe, or those are the people that will see you like you're punishing yourself. Like, what are you doing? Oh, we need to appreciate this a little bit. This is just the time, when we should just stop and say, thank you, nature. Thank you, nature. Today was a beautiful day, and there's so much to be grateful for, right? We are used to rush through life, but then we stop, we observe the sunset, and we say, well, I did some great things today. I took some brave actions today. Maybe I failed at that thing, but I've learned something new. And as long as you're learning new things, you're also growing, right? And if you're growing, you're changing. And if you're changing, you're opening yourself to new opportunities, to new possibilities. And if you're opening yourself to new opportunities and new possibilities, it means that something new will eventually find you. And that is the beauty of transformation. We never know when, we never know how, but we just live our lives and things synchronistically find us, right? That's the beauty of transformation, because every single day becomes a miraculous experience of a new lifetime, right? Every single day is a new lifetime. So some people don't want to see their lives that way because they know they should change many things in their lives, and the hardest fact, they should change themselves in many ways. And because they don't want to do that, because it's a huge responsibility, and for that you need to let go of many desires and like illusionary desires. Sometimes we have many different distractions that we call pleasurable actions, which are just things that are pulling us away from following what is truly important to us. Like, for example, you have a sense of a vision for the future, like this is something I'm working on. Like for myself, I'm an artist, I'm painting, I'm sharing my ideas and experiences with you, and my vision with all of that is to help others, to inspire others. And because this is my vision, that's what I'm doing every single day, and I want to improve myself at that. And because of all of that, I feel like this is my mission, this is something I'm working on. But many people don't live their lives like they are on a mission. And if we feel like we are not on a mission, we'll look for pleasures to find satisfaction in life, right? So satisfactions will become our only mission. Like, as long as I'm satisfied by something, life is good. But if I'm not satisfied, then life is bad, right? And that happens to many people. It's a complete illusion, because we can't always be satisfied just by external pleasures. It's all connected with the level of dopamine, and dopamine always needs a bit more of it, right? If you're studying some neuroscience, you've learned that. That's how chemistry works. Every single time you do something pleasurable, you will need a bit more of it until you will reach the limit point where nothing will be enough. And that's the problem, why so many people are unsatisfied with life. And it's not a video to talk about that, but I wanted to mention to you today that you've decided to discover your mission, because we are all here on a mission. We are like missionaries here. People discover their calling. Some people start to become coaches. Some people start to become, or not start, they become scientists. Some people become researchers. Some people become writers. Some people become artists. And those are all missions, right? Some people become yoga instructors. And whatever we may find as a helpful thing or act in the society, and that's a mission, right? And that's what is fulfilling us. So we are not dependent on certain satisfactions and pleasures. We are more than anything dependent on how much can we improve our character, how much can we purify our ourselves, so we can crystallize who we are, so we can embody more of that universal knowledge that's present to all of us, that's kind of passed on through generations from our history. And we're embodying more of that so we can teach others, so we can help others to uplift their lives. And that's what is giving us a sense of satisfaction. So there is no pause to that, because every single day, if you're resting, you're upgrading yourself, because you're kind of grounding your knowledge. When you're serving, you're on a mission because you're helping others. When you're studying, you're on a mission because you're expanding your understanding. So you're always on a mission. And people who don't decide to do that, they can't understand why that mission is so important. And those people will just not decide to walk with you. And eventually what happens is that your energy level start to completely, it separates you from their energy level, until at some point you're on, so like the distance between your frequency, or not the distance, but the difference between your frequency and the frequency of that other person becomes so big that you just can't communicate anymore, that nothing nothing aligns between you anymore. And that's the point when usually we need to decide to let go of those people. And that's what it means, that not everyone will make it through this transformative phase the way you would like them to go through it. We all want the best for everyone, and that's beautiful. That's our heartfelt generosity and compassion for others. But at the same time, it's a choice of each individual. So focus on your journey and focus on improving your character so you can be of service to others to the best of your ability. And you may not know what it is, so it means you're on a path of finding it. You're a seeker, and seeker always becomes a finder. If he or she doesn't quit, seeker becomes a finder. And if you've already discovered it, you need to practice being patient, because patience is such an important virtue when it comes to developing our character, because nothing is designed overnight, right? Even paintings, even though paintings are like short, really short processes compared to life, they're not made overnight. Sometimes I'm making a painting for a month, and I'm not painting it every single day, because sometimes I need to leave it there and wait that my vision or my idea for that painting evolves. So we need to develop a virtue of being patient. And as we are developing that, we are learning that every time we upgrade our ability to be patient, we are rewarded with some new miracles and blessings, and things find us. So, my friends, focus on improving your character, focus on your growth, and help those who are willing to receive your help. And let go of what is out of your control. Let go of what is out of your control. Be open. Don't judge people. Don't also don't ignore them. You can learn from anyone, but don't try to change them. You don't need to do that. It's a waste of energy. So we have a beautiful scenery here. Some animals. I don't have the English word for them, but it's beautiful. So my friends, this is it for today. I will leave you here. Have a beautiful day with lots of love, blessings, and power. Till next time, one love.